What's up, guys? So, I've had a lot of people recently wonder if I'm competing anymore in tournaments, if I'm retiring, or anything like that. And the short answer is no, I'm not retiring. I'm still going to be going to tournaments. But the longer answer is a little more complicated than that. So, in a nutshell, I've just been competing for a really, really long time at this point. And you can kind of think of it as I'm just dealing with a lot of burnout. It's something that comes with the consequence of playing for so long. I mean, what I won my first tournament like I want to say like 13, almost 14 years ago at this point, and I've been a regular staple of the scene ever since. Competing, going to lots of tournaments, watching videos, just thinking about the game, and it's a journey I've very much enjoyed, but it's also one that I need to take breaks from every once in a while. So, because of how much I've given to the game over the years, and just the fact that my motivation has always just kind of went in and out over time as things happen, in general, I think I need to take a break for a few months. I'm not going to be going to any majors for a little while. With probably the earliest that might change is maybe April, but realistically, probably May. Maybe a little beyond, but probably May. Probably May with MomoCon if I had to guess, but in the meantime, I kind of wanted to focus on something else I have a lot more motivation for right now, and that's actually content. So you're going to see a lot more higher effort streams, higher effort videos, and just much more complicated videos, and I'm really looking forward to putting that out for you guys. As for my competitive plans for the future, they're also a little bit complicated. So in general, you can think of it as I'm really interested in trying out more games. Like I love Smash and all, but there's a lot of other things I love too. As a good example, I'm really interested in Street Fighter 6, but I'm less interested in that game than I am in Project O when that eventually drops. So when Street Fighter 6 comes out, there's a chance that I might decide I want to focus a little more on that game for a little while and give it a proper chance. I don't expect to stop playing Ultimate, and I'll definitely still be continuing to make casual content for it, even if that happens. But I'm undecided. I kind of want to just see how I feel about the game when it drops and decide whether I want to, try some other things out for a little while. So when that comes out, I might play in Street Fighter 6 and I might play in Smash at the same time. Maybe focus more on Street Fighter for a little while. And then when Project O comes out, there's a very real chance I just entirely focus on that for a little while. That game in particular just speaks to me on so many levels. I've always wanted to try out assist what I can't remember the terminology, but like a tag based fighter, something along the lines of like Dragon Ball or Marvel or whatever. And this game just seems to have everything I want in that kind of game, and it's something I've wanted to try out for a really long time now. So why not give it a shot, right? It's something I'm really interested in, and it'll also just be nice to play a game that is going to have amazing dev support as an esport too, because we're kind of starving over here if we're Smash players. Let's be real. And it sounds really nice to maybe just for once play a game that will have significantly better support as an esport. That sounds nice. Other than that, I mean, I plan on still competing in some form or another as a gamer, smasher, whatever you want to call it, for quite a while longer. Although I think whenever Smash 6 inevitably drops, I don't plan on going past that game. That game is, I'd say I'm about 99% sure that that's going to be the last game I play competitively. And how long that ends up being is going to depend on one, how much I like the game, how much I like the metagame and its mechanics, and obviously how good Falcon is. Although, if Ganon ends up being really good, like really good, and they redesign him, since I've always wanted a Ganon redesign, that might sway me to play and compete even if Falcon doesn't end up being good. But overall, I think the main thing is just that, yeah, I think Smash 6 is going to be my last game as a competitor. I as much as I've loved my competitive journey, I definitely think, like all good things, it has to come to an end eventually. And why not choose that, right? I think I'm 100% capable of going past that if I want to, and pulling like a Daigo and competing until I'm like in my 40s and still doing well. Because I 100% believe I'm capable of continuing to play well. It's just whether or not I want to at that point, you know? And I think whenever I eventually do stop competing, which will most likely be in Smash 6, once I end on a bang ideally in that game, then I think I'll still stick around in the community. I'll still like play Smash. I'll still occasionally go to tournaments, but probably far less, just not as a competitor. I'll just be a spectator, someone on the sidelines, and just a content creator in general. Like, I still want to do stuff with the game, and I still want to be around, but I'll just be a different kind of presence. Like, if any of you guys enjoy the FGC in general, and you're a fan of, say, Maximilian Dude's content, I kind of see myself eventually going in a somewhat similar direction. And I kind of see what he does as kind of a role model in a sense for what I eventually hope to do when, when I stop competing. Maybe just be a general positive presence in the Smash community, but someone who's still very much on the sidelines. Kind of like that, you know? Either way, I've still got plenty of fight left in me. I just need some time to really walk away from the game for a little while. And when I do come back, I want to try rebuilding my playstyle from the ground up, because I felt like in a lot of my more recent events, I've stagnated. And because of stagnation and burnout combining, I just felt no motivation. At a lot of recent tournaments, for example, even when I win, I feel nothing. And then when I lost, I also felt nothing. And if you feel empty, that's no good. And unsurprisingly, a lot of my performances have been less good recently because of that. And just taking a break, taking some time to really let my habits go away so I can try and rebuild myself up from the ground up and develop a new playstyle for Falcon when I do come back, which will probably be in May, is kind of what I want to do right now. So I might go to one or two small things in the meantime, but it's just going to be small things, you know? I have no plans of going to anything serious for quite a while. So I hope you guys understand, and this hopefully gives you guys a quick overlook of everything that I've been thinking about recently, and hopefully answers a lot of questions you may have had about what I'm doing as a player recently and what to expect from me in the future. So hope you all have a good one, and see you around. Okay.